As I've been reflecting on next Sunday and our special offering for 1 for 51, there's a word that has been stirring in my heart. Radical. A couple weeks ago, we started out this new series called We, and it began with us encountering and meeting a radical God. A God who is amazing and wonderful, who is mighty and powerful, who is strong. Well, in the midst of all of my sin and my mistakes and my fear and my failures and my inadequacies and everything, all of my garbage, that God would love me is radical. And that He would invite us, He would invite me to be a part of His mission, to make His name famous and to introduce others to Him and help them meet God and to be a part of seeing our community transformed and our world reached. It's radical. And as I think about this 1 for 51 idea, it's radical that we would have 51 people from our church in this next year go out on short-term missions. It's 3 times as many as we had last year, that we would have 51 households in our church partner in prayer. That's almost a third of our congregation, that we would raise $51,000 in a single Sunday. We're talking 7% of our entire year's donations on one Sunday. It's radical. And as we look ahead to next Sunday, it's going to be a radical moment in the life of our church, I believe. Because we are not just getting together to do another fundraiser. We're not just getting together to give to an organization or some charity. There is a deeply spiritual moment that we are walking into. See, Jesus said all of us have been given treasures. Big or small, whether we think we have lots or not, there's no question we all have treasures. The question is, though, what are we going to do with our treasures? How are we going to invest our treasures? Where are we going to put them? And Jesus said there's one of 2 things we can do. Either we invest them here on earth, where they can break, where they can wear out, where moth can come in and make them fall apart, and rust will break them down, and thieves can come in and steal them. Or we can invest our treasures in heaven, where moth can't come in and break it down, and rust won't tear it apart, and people cannot steal it because it's invested in eternity. See, next Sunday as we gather together here, we have the opportunity to not just make an investment here on earth, but to invest into eternity. This is a chance for us to say, God, your love has been radical for me. The generosity you have shown to me by sending your Son has been radical. And so I want to radically respond with generosity. I want to radically respond with sacrificial giving. I want to radically say, thank you for loving me, and I want to invest into eternity. The question hasn't been, hey Alan, hey Natalie, would you give? Would you be a part of the team praying? Would you go? Where are you going to go? That hasn't been the question. Here's the question. Alan, Natalie, would you seek the Lord? Would you ask God, what do you want me to do, God? Lord, what would you have for me? And then to respond. Because this isn't a horizontal transaction. This isn't about me giving to another person or me giving to another project. This is a vertical transaction, and we have this radical opportunity to invest in eternity as we give next week. And I can't wait to see what God, the radical God who radically loved me and radically loved you and radically loves us, is going to do as we respond generously, giving back radically.